breathing in and breathing out again. Breathing in and breathing out again. Breathing in and breathing out again. Okay, today I'm going to give a talk about the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a practice we can also use within our meditation, but today I'm just going to talk about the practice of mindfulness in our everyday life. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is essentially paying attention to what is going on in our lives. It is essentially learning to be present. Now, I've spoken about being present quite a lot over the course of the videos that I've done. And to be present is not actually that easy for a lot of us. Myself included, my mind can be quite busy. So a couple of weeks ago I went off to visit the monastery that I lived in, and while I was there I was reading a book by a lady called Ma. That's D-I-P-A and then Ma, M-A. And she was talking about the practice of mindfulness. And a lot of us believe that we have to be living in a monastery, or we have to have things a certain way before we can do our practices. That we've got to be on a meditation cushion. And my own teacher and other Theravadan Buddhist teachers like Dipa Ma talk about the way that we can practice whatever the circumstances. Ajahn Chah used to say, when the monks would come to him and they'd say, "Look, we're working too much, Ajahn, we need to be sitting, meditating." He would say to them, "Do you have enough time to breathe?" And they would go, "Yeah." And he would say, "Well, you have enough time to meditate." Saying that mindfulness was a practice we do all the time. He would also say that if you were visiting another monastery, Ajahn Chah would say, if you want to find out how good their meditation practice is, don't go and look and see how many hours they sit meditating on their zafus, on their cushions, or sit in the meditation hall. He said, go and look how clean their toilets are. Go and have a look at their kutis, their meditation huts. See how clean and tidy their meditation huts are, because that will show you how good their practice is. So how do you practice mindfulness? It's very simple, and it's something I've been really honing and practicing in greater depth the last couple of weeks since I've come back from the monastery. And it is, we observe, where are we? What am I doing? So at the moment I would say I am sitting, because I am indeed sitting. If you're in a conversation with someone, and you're stood, you can say I'm standing, and you also say I'm listening. So for me here, I am filming, I am sitting. And it's like we anchor within that awareness. And how I've been feeling the last few weeks by having this anchor is feeling like being in the center of a storm. The eye of the hurricane feels very still here. When I have that awareness of I am sitting, I can observe things going on around me, but I don't feel pulled into them. I don't become the noise over there. I don't become the annoying person, or I just sit here and go, I am sitting and I'm feeling anxious. So the teachings of Dipa Ma, she's saying that And the way she taught, she died in the 80s, the way she taught was she would teach householders how to achieve the first stages of enlightenment, the jhanas. And she would say, you can do it while you're breastfeeding, you can do it while you're looking after the children. She would teach the local Indian housewives, and she also lived in Burma for a time. So if you think, well, I don't have time to practice mindfulness, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, it's the perfect time to practice. Just to be wherever you're at and just acknowledge, okay, this is where I'm at. I am sitting, I am talking. And find that stillness within. So essentially it's a very simple practice, but I've been really enjoying this recently. And by being mindful, it really helps in so many areas of your life. For example, in relationship. If you're with a man, a woman, and your partner, you're sat listening or talking, and you're really present, they really feel you. A lot of the time we're in the future, we're in the past. That's why having a meditation practice is very powerful, because it helps us to bring us back into the moment. So I am sitting. So take a few deep breaths, breathing in and breathing out, just acknowledging I am breathing. Breathing in and breathing out again. Breathing in and breathing out again. So I feel that's my reflection for today. How to practice mindfulness. It's very simple. We can practice right now, right here. We practice using what is going on. So if I'm sitting, we can practice by feeling the body sensation. My feet upon the earth here, my bottom sat on a chair or sat on the earth. I practice by paying attention. What's going on? Listening to sounds. Just paying attention to the present moment. And there's a peace here. A peace here when we arrive in this moment. It's really lovely. So that is how you practice mindfulness. And it's a powerful practice, so take care. Be well.